All right, funnily enough, this is going to be intro to the video, but it's as I'm leaving the Galloping Ghost Pinball Arcade. I went in here with my phone, and actually I'm parked around the corner. I'm actually by my car right now, kind of off to the street, so nobody really sees me talking to myself right now. It's midnight. Well, it's a little bit after 11, actually. I'm really tired, but I was in there since 7. I took a whole bunch of footage, guerrilla style. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear my voice in the video or not, so there may be just voiceovers. I'm not sure I'm going to edit this video. But Galloping Ghost Pinball on Ogden, a couple blocks down from the regular arcade, grand opening video, so I'm sure I'll have some voiceovers whenever I edit this video. All right, just parked. I'm on Ogden here. I'm going to try and find this grand opening of Galloping Ghost. It should be down here somewhere. In fact, it might be right here. If that's not it, then 9213. It's down a little bit. That's actually where the flea markets were, which is where I thought this might be. So I'm a little bit off. The Galloping Ghost gym is, I think, right there. Yeah, I'm on the right track. Oh, it might be down here. Okay, you know what? I bet you it's on the second floor. I could have parked in this lot, but I missed it. There's the, oh, look at this, Galloping Ghost Pinball. It's right here. Okay, let's, it's fine. Oh, look at this, 2 Addams families. All right, I have to stop the video here for a second because that was a Twilight Zone machine and an Addams Family machine. My eyes must have been playing tricks on me, and I thought I saw 2 Addams Family machines there for a second. X-Files, Tales from the Crypt, Viper Hyperdrive, Viper Night Driving, Haunted House, Gorgar, Black Knight, 14 Tomcat, Police Force, Funhouse, Monster Bash, Space Invaders. They'll be unveiling this game in half hour. So we got Freddy's Nightmare, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Godzilla, Aliens, Highway Pinball, and Predator, Vorkon, Baby Pac-Man, Granny and the Gators, and Caveman. Well, I'm gonna play some of this, and I'll take some more footage later. And there's Joust Pinball. They just unveiled it. All right, the rest of the voiceover is gonna be me in post-editing talking about things. Now, I wanted to get some footage of the actual unveiling of Joust, but they actually unveiled it way earlier than I thought. I was actually playing F-14 Tomcat, and then I all of a sudden heard Doc talking behind me, and I'm like, oh crap, I'm missing the actual unveiling. But I don't want to stop playing F-14 Tomcat, which I'll talk about a little bit later. But I didn't know this either, but there was actually pizza and cookies there. I wouldn't have really eaten beforehand, so it was really cool that they had some pizza and cookies. This is the Space Invaders, another look at the Space Invaders. And the rest of this video is just going to be kind of looking at some more machines and maybe a little bit more of a walk around, and I'm just going to keep talking. But Space Invaders by Bally, pretty cool. It's always funny how, you know, it looks more like in Aliens. It doesn't really resemble the actual Space Invaders arcade game. You know, do have those little sprite things in there or whatever. But Vorkon, let's talk about Vorkon. Really cool machine. It looks more like a stand-up arcade table, but it's like the playfield is reflected, and there's the actual playfield, but when you're actually playing it, you're looking at a mirror, and you got these 2 little handles. Here's me kind of hovering over somebody playing the game. It looks really cool. It has these effects because of the mirror and everything that could never be replicated in an actual, emulation or simulation in a video game. Here's Caveman, one of 3 hybrid video game / pinball games. I didn't get anybody playing this, footage of anybody playing this, but it's a really cool game. I like it. The game itself has a caveman running around trying to club dinosaurs and then trying to run away when they turn into evil monsters. This is Granny and the Gators, another hybrid video game slash pinball machine. And like Caveman, I hadn't played this one before. I had a good time playing this. It's weird. You're kind of paddling up the river, avoiding the gators, and then going to the pinball sections to play. So yeah, there's a little bit, you can kind of tell what the game is like, just like that. But Baby Pac-Man, I've played this one many times. But yeah, it's kind of like a Pac-Man maze. You go down to the pinball area, and you have to earn your energizers or power pills in order to eat the ghosts. So here's some footage of somebody else playing it. This is before they actually went down into the tunnels, but it gives you a little bit of idea of what the game looks like. I think it's a really interesting game. Not that popular. I wouldn't rate it higher than any of the original Pac-Man games or anything, but it is an interesting concept. It's like a hybrid of Pac-Man and like the Mr. and Mrs. Pac-Man pinball machine. Haunted House, I'm kind of showing a little bit of this because I know a lot of people love Haunted House. And I know I've said that it's not one of my favorite machines, but it is way more fun to play in real life than it is in something like the Pinball Arcade. Here we are looking at X-Files. It was the first time I ever played X-Files, and I quite enjoyed it. I really like the lighting effects in this one. Things have a tendency to go really dark on the table. I mean, it's a really cool effect. It was really fun. I highly recommend trying out the X-Files if you see one, or just go to the Galloping Ghost Pinball Arcade. You know, they got one here. Monster Bash. This is actually the remake by Chicago Gaming Company. So it's got like the super big color DMD. It's got super colorful lights. This is like the fanciest machine in the whole place. It looks like somebody modded the hell out of an original Monster Bash, but really, this is just a really high-end Chicago Gaming Company one. I believe I played this one more than a few times. And that's the thing. It was like it would get crowded, and then it would kind of die off a little bit during the event. It wasn't as crowded as I thought it would be. Here we are looking at the Alien Pinball by Highway Pinball, I believe it is. Really interesting because you got that full-color monitor in the back box, but you don't have to look up at the back box because the monitor shows the same thing in the table. So it's a really interesting concept, so you don't have to like look up to see what's going on. You can just look at the screen in the middle and know everything you need to know. Of course, Addams Family. I think every arcade in the 90s had an Addams Family pinball machine, so very happy that Galloping Ghost has one right from the get-go here. I mean, a lot of people, in fact, when I told people at work that I was going to this grand opening, somebody mentioned, oh, will they have Addams Family? Because I played it a lot. Everybody played Addams Family, I think. So, yeah, it's, you know, the game plays great here, too. Some of them were a little bit like they needed a little bit of work, but Addams Family worked super great. Twilight Zone was one of the ones that might have needed a little bit of work. Maybe it was just not tilted as much as it should have been or something. But it played fine all the same. No major complaints. I mean, some tables did kind of break down, to be expected. I know Joust had an issue. Black Knight had an issue. And upcoming, you'll see the Predator. I'll talk about Predator in a little while. They had some issues as well. But yeah, there's another angle down. You can see it. Oh, Predator. We was just talking about this. There's a whole big kerfuffle regarding the Predator pinball machine. They originally intended to make 250, but wound up only making 3. So this is one of 3 prototypes, not anymore. But every time I wanted to play it, it was down. So in the next scene, I think you'll see somebody playing it. But it looks really cool. I saw this at the Pinball Expo as well. There it is, somebody playing Predator. I like the little those red skulls there too. Really cool. Then again, looking at Alien again. Very, very green machine. It can be sometimes hard to figure out where your flippers are sometimes up on the play field because you kind of blend in with everything. But pretty cool. Pretty cool machine as it is. There's a Godzilla right next to it. Also, a creature from the Black Lagoon I played. That was kind of tilted a little bit to the right. You know, still playable, still really fun. I really enjoyed Creature from the Black Lagoon. Godzilla, hit or miss, I think. I think it's I think I need to play Godzilla a little bit more. There's Freddy, a Nightmare or whatever, pretty cool table. And again, we're just kind of looking around. Going to use this opportunity to talk a little bit about F-14 Tomcat. I didn't really get enough footage of F-14 Tomcat. There it is, right there. Black Knight, kind of going down Gorgar. But I kind of wish I got more footage of F-14 Tomcat. That was my favorite pinball machine there. Every time I played, I like it more and more and more. I think I played that the most there, especially like after a few hours, they turned the volume up on it. And that game is just awesome with the sound. I just love F-14 Tomcats. Like probably in my top 5 now after playing it here. Oh, Viper Night Driving has the glow balls. I didn't really get any good footage of that too. And I totally missed out on playing Tales from the Crypt because somebody was always playing it. That's a fun table too. I've played that before though. But yeah, I'm really glad I went to the opening night. Oh, this is the final shot here. I'm just kind of cycling around. This is by the door, kind of giving you a good idea of the space here. It's not super big. It's not like the actual Galloping Ghost arcade. I guess they're going to start out small. They did say that they were going to be getting more pins for every now and again. I asked what the hours would be if it was the same the arcade, but no, right now they're working on 7 days a week from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. until they kind of work out who's going to be able to be in the place, I guess, employee-wise. But yeah, just a couple blocks down, a block or two down from the actual Galloping Ghost arcade. I'll have the address for this down in the description. I had a really good time. I was going to try and stay till 2 a.m., but I'd been up since 6 a.m. that morning. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go. And then by 11 o'clock, I was just like, oh, I think I better go home before I'm not able to come home anymore. But yeah, really cool. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like if you liked it, and you know the rest. See you next time.